should be listening to doctors, like the frontline doctors that Dr. Simone Gold had, the group she started. One of the things that I've been hearing from I have to deal with people in Washington, D.C. pretty often, and they'll say things to me like, well, what are their credentials? What kind of experts are they? They're doctors, but what else are they? And finally, I got so sick of sitting there going and researching every single doctor to find out every single thing they've ever done in their career. And finally, I just said, you know what? They're the doctors who you and I would call if we're sick. If we're sick, I'm not calling the CDC. I'm calling my doctor who I know. And in my family, it's one of 4. They're the doctors who are touching real live human skin. They're looking people in the eye. They're diagnosing people. They're giving very bad news to some people. And they're helping those people figure out whatever the virus, whatever the disease, whatever the medical condition is, how they can fight it and how they can keep on living. And they do all they can for their patients. That's the kind of doctor who I've been working with. Those are the kind of doctors who I want taking care of me when I'm sick. I don't need the media. I don't need the big tech companies telling me what I need to know. I want to know from my doctors. With that in mind, one thing that I have been saying to people when they don't listen to me when I'm giving them my facts, the facts that I've learned talking to medical experts, and I'm really in a very fortunate situation where I've been in touch with nearly 2,000 doctors over the last 15 weeks. So I can feel good about the knowledge that I have about this virus. But other people are not where I am, and I totally understand that. So I say, you know what, you don't have to listen to me. You can go check out our website. If you don't want to listen to what you're hearing on our website, go ask your own doctor. Get your own personal health assessment. And so that is an action item I want you to remember. If you're running into people and they're yelling at you about masks or they're yelling at you about whatever it is and tell you you don't care about their lives, make sure that they understand not only do you care about their lives, you care about the lives of everyone and the ability for people to put food on their table for their families and the ability for children to be back in school so they have the hope and the optimism they need for their future and they have the education so they can succeed. You do care. And you care so much that you hope whoever you're talking to, will go get a personal health assessment from their own doctor so they can have the right amount of fear based on their own personal health situation. And that has worked really well for me, so it's an action item that I want you to know. Okay, and then I helped organize, I organized the press conference that went viral almost 2 weeks ago with the doctors in front of the Supreme Court. And you're going to hear from a doctor who can tell you the things that Facebook wants to crush and to not to get out there. We're up against the times that we're in right now, we're live streaming this on Tea Party Patriots Facebook page. I encourage you to share it as quickly as you can because I'm sure Facebook will take it down. After all, people up here on the stage have talked about masks, and apparently Facebook doesn't like that. Somehow in the big tech's minds, they've decided that the way to determine what is allowable speech, what is truthful speech, what is information, is to go look at a government website to determine it. And in my opinion, that totally flips the First Amendment on its head. We have the First Amendment so we can question what the government says, so we can petition the government, and so we can challenge what they say. So for a corporation and all these big tech companies who I'm sure are going to take down our video, how dare you do that? Why don't you pay attention to what you're doing and why we even have the First Amendment? You've made your money because of our First Amendment. So you should actually have a little bit of respect for the things that we're doing when we're challenging our government.